Muchas gracias y muy buenas tardes a todas, a todos. I will do the opposite. I'm going to speak in English because we have a special person with us today, which is Mr. Xu Feng. Thank you so much for being with us today. You're the Vice President of the whole region. And of course, we received a very fantastic presentation from Cesar Funes. Thank you so much, Cesar. And of course, we are here with the CEO of Huawei Mexico, Liu Di. I hope I'm pronouncing correctly. And of course, Eric Liu, who is also here. Thank you, Eric. And no question, Adolfo Jin. Thank you, Adolfo. And Mrs. Sha Wan Yutang, where are you? Here you are, our presenter. And last but not least at all, our very dear friend, Shan Run. Thank you, Ambassador, for being with us today. And of course, my colleagues from the Foreign Affairs Ministry, Rodolfo, Rodrigo and Fernando. And I have to say that I was in China. I went to Shenzhen to visit Huawei, and it was very important for me what I saw there and what we were able to share. And I was so graciously attended, and your courtesies were impressive. So thank you so much. I will always be grateful for that. And also, you just donated to us a fantastic screen that they will certainly enjoy, because now I'm leaving that ministry, but anyway. But, I think we really stand in a very significant moment in the world. And this agreement between the Foreign Affairs Ministry and Huawei is, as you very well said, Ambassador, a concrete, I would say, action of the respect we in Mexico have for China and for you, and for the great advancements of technology you have been able to achieve. And today, I think we are, in this partnership, opening a very interesting chapter in our collaboration, and that is to foster the participation of women and to empower women. And I think this is extremely important as we are in a world of digital advancement. So, and indeed, I think it also benefits women that are participating in the micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. And to close the gap, we were talking about the enormous gap that still exists between men and women. And I think this is precisely where we are today. And for Mexico, we are in a moment where women are going to play a more significant role, starting from our virtual president-elect she will be the first woman in 200 years. So, and one of our, I would say, our diplomats, women, of course, said that before every historical event, there has been a woman leading the change. And behind every woman, there is a story that deserves to be known. And this is what's happening with us today, that through these digital platforms that are going to be so important for women, we will listen to, and we will hear, and we will learn from many, many stories that women have to tell us. And now that I'm moving to a different arena, the area where I'm going to go, is also very connected with technology, because knowledge is about how to inspire, not only the preservation of nature, but also I would say the knowledge, and the knowledge comes from many women in Mexico. And I'm sure that this program will be tremendous for women in terms of sharing experiences and seeking advice and being more capable to develop their own small and medium-sized companies. And because as you said, I think we still have such an enormous gap between what MSMEs can do, women headed and men. It's really, the gap is around $1.7 trillion is the dimension of the gap. And I think that we have also around 740 million women globally that are totally unbanked. And I think with these technologies, women can become more and more included in society and in modernity, I guess. So we are, of course, heading, as you know, a foreign policy, a feminist foreign policy in Mexico. So, and that's why we are so happy to sign this agreement with you, as it will provide financial and technical assistance to women entrepreneurs. This Fondo Ellas is something that Rodrigo has worked very hard, and we are very pleased and very honored to have your support in training. I think that's something that we need in terms of training women to succeed in the digital economy. Second, the access to technology. As we just saw, Mexico is still very far behind in certain areas. I don't mean in every one, but in some areas that we need really to advance much more. And of course, in building the capabilities of women, and at the same time to be able to participate in the marketplace where they should become very important. And in the networking, at the end of the day, many of the things that women are doing are part of belonging to a network and to empower them at the end of the day. I believe very much that women should have a very jump start in terms of economic autonomy, which is something that we really need urgently. Also, to be able to protect women, because many women are so dependent on men. Unfortunately, I would say they don't have access to land or to finance or to banking. So providing them with this autonomy will liberate them in many ways. So I want to really thank you so much. I think that in terms of Huawei, I think you are such an important company that I guess the digital economy in Mexico, for example, is already valued in 400 million pesos, probably, or even more, I guess, with over 150,000 entrepreneurs winning the benefits of digital business transition. And I think Cesar has put it very clearly that we need to move faster, and we need to build these public-private partnerships in many ways. So I really want to say today that we congratulate and thank you, our partners, for doing this with us and to help us to close the gender digital gap, and to help us to face multiple discriminations that we are still suffering in countries like ours. And I would like to say that women and girls, by the way, are full of potential, and not only, I would say, on social areas, also on technological, economic, engineer, energy, the most advanced areas of economy. So what I want to say is there is an ancient Chinese proverb where I find the propitious colors to close my words today, in which I want to quote, and I quote, "Women hold half of the sky, with the other hand, they hold half of the world." So this is you. We learn from you many things, and I hope we will be able to build a prosperous future together. Thank you so much.